On the 27th of May, 2026, Dr. Dennis Hill presented a webinar titled AI in Action: Real Use Cases, Real Outcomes. Dr. Hill covered a massive amount of material in 1 hour and gave an excellent insight into what AI means for the HR profession. Let me cover what Dr. Hill introduced in his webinar. Firstly, AI is not just another HR software upgrade. This is probably the biggest takeaway. Previous HR technologies, payroll systems, HRIS, LMS, workflow automation, enterprise resource planning, mainly helped HR administer work more efficiently. AI is different because it begins participating in analysis, recommendations, communication, workflow decisions, employee interaction, and knowledge management. That means HR is no longer only managing people and systems. HR is beginning to manage human workers, AI co-workers, automated workflows, institutional knowledge systems, and digital assistants. That is a major shift in the profession. Secondly, HR is becoming more strategic, not less. Many HR professionals fear AI means job losses, replacement, and automation of HR roles. But the webinar's deeper message is probably the opposite. Administrative HR work may reduce, but strategic HR importance increases. Thirdly, AI will change the definition of workforce. Traditionally, workforce meant employees, contractors, managers, and organizational hierarchies. The webinar is suggesting future workforces may include AI agents, AI co-pilots, digital assistants, workflow orchestration engines, and autonomous service systems. So, HR may eventually govern both human and non-human operational participants. Fourthly, AI increases the importance of human skills. One of the strongest hidden messages is this: as AI handles routine cognitive work, uniquely human capabilities become more valuable. So the future HR challenge is not, how do humans compete with AI? It becomes, how do humans work effectively alongside AI? That is a very different mindset. Fifthly, technical fluency is becoming important for HR. The webinar repeatedly hinted that technical fluency inside HR is no longer optional. This does not mean HR professionals must become programmers. It means they should understand what AI can do, what AI cannot do, along with data governance, privacy issues, and workflow orchestration. Also mentioned was AI will reshape HR service delivery. The webinar likely wanted you to recognize that many HR functions will become faster, more predictive, and more personalized. Dr. Hill went on to say, governance becomes one of HR's biggest responsibilities. Organizations will increasingly need governance frameworks, and HR becomes central to that governance. That may become one of the profession's most important future roles. The eighth point Dr. Hill made was, infrastructure matters more than most HR professionals realize. The webinar also tried to broaden the audience's understanding that AI is not just software. AI depends on data centers, energy, cooling, networks, cloud infrastructure, and increasingly photonic technologies. As the webinar drew to a close, Dr. Hill suggested AI is a long-term organizational transformation. AI is not a temporary trend. So the key message for HR professionals is, do not treat AI as a short-term software project. Treat it as a long-term organizational transformation journey. Finally, what you should have personally taken away. Even without understanding every technical term, you should probably have left with these realizations, including AI will permanently change HR operations, redefine workforce management, increase demand for strategic HR leadership, require governance and ethical oversight, and perhaps most importantly, HR professionals who understand both people and AI-enabled operational design may become extremely valuable over the next decade. That is likely the core message the webinar intended to communicate. On the 27th of May, 2020,